Hi, everybody. I've been out of touch for a couple of days here. It's been really intense in Spain. It's interesting. Thank God for GPS driving between all these cities. First off, they have some of the best highways I've ever been on, as smooth as glass, well marked. It was really great. But drove in today from Granada, where yesterday we spent the day touring the Alhambra, which was really amazing because I really didn't quite conceive of what that was all about. But it's a city within a city, kind of almost like going to Vatican City when you're in Rome. It was something to behold the Moorish influence in Spain, the workmanship and stuff. It was really, I mean, it's late in the year, yet it's hot and crowded. And I was going to film it, and it was just impossible. Too many people and too many things to do. And there's a part of me that kind of goes, it's better just to live in the moment and enjoy it rather than trying to document it all for later. But I'm going to still keep trying to do as much as I can. But then got up this morning, and we got in the car and drove to Cordoba. So I'm in Cordoba now, and we're going to go take a tour with a guide tomorrow. It's the easiest way, I think, to see some of these cities, especially one as complicated as this. It was so crazy because I had no directions to this hotel where we're staying. So I just, in Granada, I put in Cordoba and made it to Cordoba, then finally found out that they were sending us information on WhatsApp and not the website. So we got that sorted out and then drove up here. And I was driving down streets where there's probably was an inch of clearance on either side of the car. I mean, it was freaking me out. And people would be walking up and then they would be tucking into doorways and, kind of going, what's going on here? This is just insane. And it could go, turn left up here and then turn right here and turn left here. And it was just like, and I finally got to the hotel. We got checked in. This hotel is the only ancient building in this entire city that has been converted into a hotel. It is fantastic. I'll get the history on it because we just got here. But it is an exquisite, beautiful hotel, right in the middle of like the old quarter here. And I'll get some info on that if anybody comes this way. It's worth checking out. And the manager or owner, I'm not sure. Once we got up here, we had to unload the bags like we did in Granada. We unloaded the bags and then had to go to a parking structure because there's no place to park up here at all. And so he took me to the parking structure, which was great because we got so screwed up in Granada and then had to take a cab from the parking structure back to the hotel and all that kind of craziness. But he came with me, and it's like a 2-minute walk to the parking structure and about a 20-minute drive because of the one-way streets. It's have to go across 2 bridges, he said, and all that. But I'll give you a quick look here, what it looks like. Here, I'm going to turn this around. Hopefully it's going to be showing you something. This room is unbelievable. It's got a little balcony right here that really something. Just a second. I'll go do a walk around later. Sorry for that, the hand. But I'll be trying to film tomorrow and show you where we are in Cordoba. Then I think we have Valencia and one other place, and then hit Barcelona, which was the main part of this trip, where we're hooking up with some friends. There'll be 6 of us, 6 other people and us there for a week. and then we go to Madrid for about 4 days and then fly home from Madrid. And it's great. I'm sort of sad on the 2nd of next month. Lyle and the large band are playing Carnegie Hall, and we already had this trip booked, and so I had to pass on that, which really sucks. The idea of playing, I've played Carnegie Hall a few times, and it's one of those places where you go, wow, Carnegie Hall. So, but it is what it is, and we got a lot of other work coming up, and next year is going to be packed. So it's just one gig, but just tired. I've been on the road most of this year. I think close to 5 months. So, you're driving all over Spain and stuff now. It's like I'm kind of toast, but it's so beautiful. But the Alhambra was great. In Seville, the cathedral there is kind of beyond comprehension. If you ever get there, that is an absolute must-see. I've been to cathedrals all over the world, from St. Peter's to Marseille, just incredible thing. I walked into this one and I went, are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. I'll try to post some still pictures, or maybe go through still pictures and make a little video of the still pictures. But it's been a real adventure, and we still got time to go here. We're both hanging in pretty good, but again, you start traveling and then you start to go, where are we going? And you're hoping to get good directions off of the GPS. So that's it. And I thought I'd throw a story at you today. I don't think I ever talked about this one. Dolly Parton is a very, very dear friend of mine. And back when we were doing one of her albums, I had a 1974 Chevy pickup truck that was kind of Air Force blue, that color. Funky old truck that she loved me to drive her around in when she was in LA. And we were working at Record One on a project, and she and Nico Bolas at one point got stick-on letters and put a sign on the doors of my truck that said U.S. Air Force on it. Well, we laughed about that. It was all great. Well, shortly after that, Dolly heard that they were going to be doing an article about her in the National Enquirer. They're going to be doing a thing in the National Enquirer about her. And she contacted the Enquirer and said, I don't mind you doing one on me, but let me write it under a fake name and all that. And she was going to be a Beverly hillbilly in this. And one of the things that she wanted to do was have her picture taken in my truck. And but I told her, I said, the truck's in the shop right now. They're doing some work on it. And she said, well, let's go to the shop. Now, my wife's uncle, Jerry, was the manager of Jack Wall Chevrolet in Pasadena, and that's where the truck was. So Dolly came over and we went to Jack Wall Chevrolet, and when photographer and everybody, and the steering wheel was off. So she sat in the car and just held the steering wheel like she was driving. And she was talking about in the article how she was in Beverly Hills meeting Joan Collins, and they were going to go shopping and stuff. But she was all, well, Jerry and all of the guys who worked there had no idea it was really Dolly. They thought it was a Dolly impersonator. And when they finally found out that it was actually Dolly Parton and they're getting pictures, they went completely crazy. It was one of those best moments where you just go, you couldn't script this out. And it was in the National Enquirer with her as a Beverly hillbilly out there. She is the most self-deprecating, fun human being there is. She's one of those people that what you see is exactly what you get. And there's very few people like that. And she walks the walk and talks the talk. So, okay, so I'm going to hit the streets here now in Cordoba. I don't know what time it is now, 6:30 or something like that. But definitely going to go out and wander now, try not to get too lost, because this is one of the biggest mazes I've ever been in, is certainly for driving. And we'll see how walking goes, and then try to grab some dinner. And then we'll see what kind of a tour we'll get tomorrow. But the tours have been great, just getting one-on-one tour with somebody who really knows the area, rather than just wandering and finding out you're a block from something fabulous and missing it. So I miss everybody. I can't wait to get back and start posting some music. I'll start playing along with songs again. I miss doing that. And I'll hopefully put up some stuff tomorrow from Cordoba. So take good care, and I'll talk to you later.